We already have 2 with my ex-wife. And so we have them half the time, 50-50.
Before they met you, they were still having issues. And we were together for a year before you met my parents.
I didn't really have a choosing factor. It was chosen for me. That's like, I actually did not have an active moment where I was like, I choose her. What's good, JT fam? We're back again with another lit
banger. What's good, you guys?
What's up, guys? How's it going, everybody?
Today we are coming in with a Q&A video.
I would like to see it.
We put up a poll a while back. We got a couple answers there. We also had some people message us on Instagram, so thank you guys for that. We got a few questions and we're going to answer them for you guys and do our first little get to know you Q&A.
Yeah.
If you're new to our channel, this is the first time you're seeing us. I'm Jess and this is T.
Yep.
And yeah,
let's get into it. Let's get into it.
What are your favorite TV shows to watch together?
Okay, so we actually honestly don't watch that much TV.
Yeah.
To be honest, like, we have so much work between,
we're busy.
like YouTube and this and other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we've got a lot going on, but when we do watch TV, we'll normally watch, I'm gonna put us on blast because I'm just gonna do it. We normally watch trashy reality TV.
We do.
That's pretty much all we watch, to be honest.
Yeah.
So like, if we're sitting down in front of the TV and we're watching something, it's probably like, I don't know, like, what was the last thing we watched?
Like Love is Blind.
Yeah,
or
like that crap.
Or like, what's that lying show?
Oh,
Love Never Lies.
Love Never Lies.
Or we'll watch like Love Island. Like, we like stuff like that. Like, or honestly, like reality cooking shows, stuff like that.
We love reality.
We like reality TV.
I have a feeling it's because we both have ADHD, and the thought of like sitting down and like watching like something with like a crazy storyline that like needs a lot of attention, like we always end up like halfway through it being like, what's going on? So easy watches are just like,
that's the life for us.
That's the life for us. Right now we're watching, well, I was watching Krishan Rock and Blueface's new show. I don't know if anybody knows what that is. Crazy in Love. It's a disaster, guys.
Yeah,
it's such a disaster.
So like, we'll watch stuff like that, stuff you can kind of just watch whenever. Like, if there was like a weekly show we had to watch once a week, I'm sure we would literally fail at that.
Probably. There are a couple like TV show things that we've binge watched before.
Yeah.
I just
like 90 Day Fiance.
No, but like that are actually like storylined. There've been a couple.
Yeah, maybe, but they had to.
Oh, we saw C. We watched
that. What's that called? Squid Game. We watched Squid Game.
We watched Squid Game. We watched watched a good chunk of that C show.
Oh yeah, I love that show. I do like the kind of fantasy, like sci-fi kind of stuff.
I do too, actually.
Yeah, but so we watch things.
We watch things.
Next, how big is your age gap? We've answered this before, but there's new people, so if you guys already know, we have like a bit of an age gap.
9/10-ish.
Yeah, 10-ish years.
Yeah, so she's 24, I'm 33. I'm actually gonna be 34 soon.
Oh my gosh,
so
her birthday's coming up.
Yeah, but we're like 9 for a big chunk of the year, and then there's like a little chunk that's 10, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so like 9.5 then we'll call it?
Yeah.
Is that what you do?
Yeah, 9.5. What are your astrology signs?
I'm an Aries.
And I'm a Gemini. So we're both air signs.
Yeah. My rising is Scorpio.
Is Gemini an air sign?
I don't know.
Your rising is Scorpio. My rising is Pisces or something. No, I don't know. But either way, I do know that our signs are decently compatible.
No, I think my rising is, more people think I'm Scorpio.
And I hate Scorpios, which is hilarious because like the part of her energy that like pisses me off is her Scorpio energy. Because she's just like very like hot-headed and like just
aggressive,
stubborn, and that's very Scorpio of her.
Well, people think I'm straight up Scorpio. They don't even realize I'm Aries.
Yeah, and the part of me that bothers you is how indecisive I am.
Yes.
And that's Gemini 100%, right? So we do very much like represent our signs.
I think you represent your sign more than I do. I represent my rising more. Like, you represent your like legit sign.
Yeah. We should do a video that kind of like goes deeper into our signs.
We can totally do that.
We should do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway, so those are our signs. How are you guys different from each other, and how are you the same?
Okay. Ooh, that's a good question.
Okay. I think we're different. we're different in the way that we carry ourselves.
What do you mean?
I mean, like, you're very assertive and like you're just a very dominant energy. You're a very like big in the room energy, and I'm not. I'm definitely more reserved.
Right.
And I'm more quiet than you. I'm only quiet around people that I
was gonna say people
that I don't know.
People that you don't know, you're quiet around. But people that you do know, you're
really loud
you're an
and crazy.
extrovert. You're an extrovert for sure.
But I'm not like you in the sense that like you command attention kind of everywhere you go, and you're very assertive, and like I'm not like that at all.
Right.
We're very like complimentary in that way.
Right.
And
how are we the same?
You have to answer that.
Jeez.
We're the same in a lot of ways. This is like
we both love art.
Yeah, but I mean, like, I think personality-wise, it's kind of like what they're saying too.
We're both loving. We're both very loving creatures. I think we both have big hearts. And I think that we both, like, care for each other a lot. Obviously, that's a given. What else? I'm having a hard time with our similarities, which is funny, because we do...
Okay, I would say a lot of our like, core values are the same.
Oh, right, yeah.
We want the same things in life. Like, we both, like, value marriage. We both value having kids one day.
Yeah.
We both value, like, having passions and, like, doing, like, things that, like, you know, fuel your heart kind of thing. Like, we're both very into...
And, like, want to build something together.
Yeah, we want to build something together.
I also do think that a lot of the same things are like important to us. Like, we love our social time. We love making sure that we're like doing things that we love.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. Like, we do have a lot of similarities.
Yes.
But I do think, like,
we're
I do think that we're very different at the same time.
Yeah. Because we the differences are how we complement each other.
Yeah.
Because a lot of things that I am not, you are, and a lot of things that you are not, I am.
Right.
And so then, like, we like kind of like fulfill those things that each other like that are not our strong suits.
Absolutely.
If that makes sense.
Absolutely.
How many kids do you guys want to have?
Okay, so we already have 2 with my ex-wife. And so we have them half the time, 50-50. But at some point, we would like to have kids as well.
Yeah.
And I would say 2 to 3.
Yeah. Like in the next 5 years.
2 to 3 kids, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it depends. We'll see how gaggly it feels.
Yeah. But yeah, no, we for sure want
maybe, though.
2 to 3 for sure.
Yes. What made you choose the other person?
What made me choose?
Like, what made you like
honestly, I don't think that I had a choice to choose you or not. I think it was just, I liked you and like loved you so much so quick that I didn't really have a choosing factor. It was chosen for me. Like, it was written in the freaking stars. Like, honestly though, I think that's like, I actually did not have an active moment where I was like, I choose her. It was like, I can't live without her. So that's just the tea for me. I don't know. You didn't tell me?
No, I think that there was no choice to
There wasn't a choosing moment.
It was literally just like, there was no denying. I was so like magnetized. Like, there was such a magnetism between us that like there was no avoiding her or like not being close to her. It was like, I could not help myself.
Yeah, like there was no choosing.
No. How would you describe parenting together?
I think it's a challenge. I think that we have different parenting styles. I think that our ultimate goal though in the end is the same. Like, I think we do have we do want the same for kids, right? Like, we want the best for our kids. We want to make sure that they're polite, well-mannered, loved, healthy, like what every parent would want. But I do think that sometimes we butt heads into, we're not going to get into details because that could take forever. It's a whole extra video. But I do think that sometimes we have different parenting styles. I personally think that it's nothing that we can't like talk through and stuff like that. I do also think that there's a different dynamic because we are technically parenting with somebody else, and half the time it's like out of our control. So it changes almost the way that you can like parent. Because it's like, if you want to implement something, I'm only seeing the kids half the time, so it's really hard to implement something.
Because if it's not implemented at the other house, then it's like it's just like really not, it's not consistent
pointless,
for the kids.
Right? It's inconsistent and it's pointless and the kids don't pick it up. But like when we have our own kids, I think it'll be a lot easier to like have those conversations and like implement what we want to
and kind of start different like habits from the start.
Right,
like,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's a tough question because I do think that the way that we parent the boys is going to be different than the way that we parent our own.
It's probably more complicated.
And it's less complicated when it's just our kids.
Yeah.
You know?
Because there's just a whole bunch of different factors, and like I wasn't there the entire time.
Yeah, so it's tough.
There's a kind of maintaining the bonds that you have with them, and then the different bonds I have with them, because I'm kind of like the person that's like stepped in, even though I've been around for a long time.
That's a tough question.
Yeah.
It's a complicated question.
Yeah, maybe we can go into depth about that in another video.
But you never really answered though. Like, do you think that we also, like, we do have different parenting? Like, how do you feel about
But I think that, like, for the most part, I would describe, like, our time as a family as, like, fun and, like,
absolutely.
happy.
Absolutely.
And I think that, like, more often than not, we all get along really well. And, like, we lucked out in terms of the boys, like, loving me. So it really doesn't, at this point, they don't even really remember that much before. So I think that, like, they just think about us and think of us being together and us being like their parents. Like, they do think that. Like,
well, yeah, like our youngest was like, did I ever?
Doesn't know.
No, he actually asked me the other day. I forgot to ask you. To tell you, he actually asked me the other day, like, if it was always like this. He like genuinely
doesn't remember.
Does not know it any other way, because when we split, he was like what, like 1.5, and then our oldest was like 3. So. Like, honestly, they don't really remember much, and they just look at her as like a parent. So
yeah, they don't. So we lucked out that way in terms of like there's not really a lot of pushback.
No.
Like, and it's not like I'm just kind of like the step parent that's kind of just like there while like she's parenting. It's like we're kind of just like both parenting at this point.
Yeah.
And that's easier because I think it would bother me to just be there and like not be able to have a say in like a big part of my life.
Yeah.
So like I honestly think I'm pretty happy with how it's going, all things considered, because these situations, if any of you are in a situation where you're co-parenting, like, it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
And I think that we're doing really well.
I think so too.
All things considered.
High five.
Oh, that I missed.
That was
again.
horrible. Okay.
Another one was it easy to come out to your families? This is the last one.
For me, no.
For me, no.
We actually have coming out stories.
We did a whole video. We weren't going to go into it, but no, it wasn't easy for either of us. It was pretty bad for both of us, and we ended up. It was some trials and tribulations until our parents came around. But now, like years and years and years and years later, they are fully full circle, have come around, and everyone in our families know about it. And
my side doesn't really. Half my side is not with me, but
but whatever. Like they.
So half my side doesn't talk to me anymore, but the other half does, and whatever. I was closer to the half that talks to me more, anyways. So it doesn't really affect me.
Yeah.
And the side that does like ride with me is ride or die. So that's all that matters.
Yeah, and with my family, like they only came around in the last like 2 years probably. They weren't terrible up until that point, but they were probably terrible for like 2 years.
They came around way more than that, longer than that, because we've been together for like.
No, but I'm saying that like before they met you, they were still having issues, and we were together for a year before you met my parents.
No, we weren't.
We were.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so they just took a long time, because I think it was just my mom really. She just like didn't like the idea of me being gay. It wasn't really like a religious reason or anything. She just kind of didn't like the idea, I guess. But yeah, now that everything is said and done, I'm glad that it all happened the way it did, and they had their time to process, and now things are great. So yeah, it was not easy.
Yeah, it was not. But
it's worth it. It's worth it.
Everyone's story is different though.
So you gotta live your truth.
You gotta live that truth.
Honey.
Okay. Anyways, we love you guys so much. Thank you for sending all of your questions, DMing us all the questions.
If you ever have questions and you just want to send us one, hit us up on Instagram and we'll add it to our next Q&A video. If anyone missed the boat on this one and they want to know anything juicy, if they want to know the tea. But yeah, if you like this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you know we're dropping lit bangers. And I guess that's it.
We love you guys. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.